Hello and welcome to the Crypto Jungle. My name is Baloo the Bear, and here on the channel, I will not hype to you. This is a no hype channel. We try to stay realistic in a very unrealistic and over exuberant crypto market. So if you're new here, I want to invite you to hit the subscribe button. Today, we're going to just go over the altcoin market. It's kind of been in this environment where we've been waiting for some sort of a dip. We're waiting for that kind of macro higher low to happen on the higher time frames, and we just pause and take another step up, pause and take another step up. So we're going to take a look at what Bitcoin is doing. We're going to look at some of the top altcoins, and then we'll open it up to you guys to take a look at some of the other charts that you are most interested in. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the king of all crypto, and that is Bitcoin. Actually, let's just take a look at the leaderboard here. So Bitcoin's up 10% in the week, Ethereum up 7% in the week, Cardano up 35% in the week, Binance Coin, a lot of really good weekly gains overall, XRP up 30%, Dogecoin 23%, Polkadot 35%. That's interesting. I'm actually kind of getting more and more bullish on Polkadot's fundamentals. You want hype? When Bitcoin million? Oh dude, Lambo tomorrow. Bitcoin $1 million by the end of the month. 100% guarantee. Financial advice, go. For those who can't register sarcasm, we're always in a liability position here on YouTube. But yeah, Bitcoin on the daily. What I am looking at is this area right here. We're still up against the resistance. Now, it's a really tricky range because we're rallying, we're testing, we're rallying, we're testing, but the strength of the rally is still weak. So you can see the strength of the demand that came in for this original rally. This was a great rally right here, right from the spring all the way up, all the way up into the resistance. We had some of these resistance points, then things are going to be looking good. I've been positioned down since $41,000. Other people using our custom indicator got in at $35,000. So, you know, our risk is really low at this point. I have exposure. I'm just sitting on my hands a little bit in regards to the altcoins. Now, altcoin season can be a fickle bitch when we are in a transition period. We're still transitioning from eliminating all of the bearish outcomes to going into a full-on bull market. So we're seeing what is called popcorn season, where you're having a lot of different altcoins popping off, showing a lot of bullish exuberance, but it's all falling on really low volume. So it's very retail driven. It's not institutional players coming in. We just closed the day. We just closed our Friday candle. So we're looking to, the weekends are typically less liquid. There's less volume on the weekends. This is an opportunity for any whales who have significant balances to, if ever there is a time where they have the ability to manipulate, it would be during the weekend. So we're going to see some pretty interesting price action. Illiquidity goes both ways. We can go up in value and we can go down in value. So we'll have to monitor this situation. But as far as my exposure to altcoins, I basically just have my exposure to ETH right now, as I'm not confident on the entries where we are right now with a lot of the other altcoins. But let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. Good morning if it's morning for you. Ethereum working its back up. We are just leaving our Wyckoff accumulation range on Ethereum here. Let me just mark a few levels here. For those who are new to the Wyckoff method, we have our seller's climax right here. We have our automatic rally right here. Secondary test in phase B. Both of these kind of set the width of the range. A bit of a spring demand. Not ideal, but that is market wide in terms of volume on altcoins. The volume is not natural. It's either just slowly declining, or you're seeing huge spikes of news events and what have you. Like Audius is a good example. But we're sitting in this general range of the backup. We broke past the previous high, so we're making a new high on the local range, and we're holding, and we're looking to break above the now local high. So structurally speaking, we're looking very strong. I'm just not seeing the market participation that is characteristic of a long-term continuation of a bull trend. So we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to see, how this plays out. But overall, looking not too bad from a structural standpoint. All right, let's take a look at Cardano. So Cardano, fundamentals aside, we are pumping on hype. We're pumping on the announcement or the lead up to the release of Cardano smart contracts. Now, you all, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know my fundamental take on Cardano, but hype is hype and demand is demand. So if the order books are not super liquid to the sell side, you're going to experience these markup events. Now, I would be very apprehensive of the actual release of smart contracts. This to me has many characteristics of a buy the rumor, sell the news event. We're having a lot of price discovery. We're having a lot of price action to the upside in anticipation of an outcome where, the realization of true value of that outcome will take many, many months. Just having smart contracts doesn't mean, boom, we have an ecosystem. No. So retail investors are very impatient, and whales and those that are tracking hype are also contributing to this demand. So while a lot of people are entering the market with anticipation of a fundamental boost in the Cardano ecosystem, there are plenty of traders that are just getting in to ride the hype, sell the news. Now, this didn't happen with the EIP 1559 upgrade that we saw with Ethereum, and that's because there is kind of a context with these buy the rumor, sell the news events. With Ethereum wasn't rallying into the event. That's one of the biggest things to look out for, is when there is a strong rally into a known event, you need to be very careful. Ethereum was not rallying in to EIP 1559. So it wasn't a buy the rumor, sell the news event. The last one that we had was Doge, where Elon Musk was supposed to go on SNL and shill Doge. We had a rally into the event occurred, and there was a sell-off. Sell-off, we don't know the length, we don't know the duration of the sell-off, but if I was a betting man, if I was a speculator, I would say that there will be some sort of supply entering the market as we reach this announcement for the hard fork. Okay, let's take a look at VeChain. VeChain is just quietly doing its thing in the background here. We're just kind of getting above this downsloped accumulation range on VeChain. Structurally speaking, it's looking good. Now we're seeing a lot of positive bullish structure in the price candles in a lot of assets. But again, I go back to the market participation and the volume. So the volume is not showing me the market participants in just yet. An area of interest on the daily would be this level. Watch for a breakout of 13.9. Just call it 14 cents. If you can get a break above 14 cents on volume, I think that there will likely be a continuation. It's just the market doesn't really care about VeChain right now. They're too busy chasing the other hyped coins. So that's market wide. We have a lot of setups that look good from a structure point, but not from a fundamental sentiment or volume point of view. So if you guys are interested in getting a little bit more comfortable with the charts, with your TA, with your analysis, and understanding kind of, many of the fundamental factors that go into a successful trade, then I suggest you join the Traders Academy linked down below. Just go to thecryptojungle.com, sign up for your first month and get 50% off using the coupon code WELCOME, and we will give you the tools to be able to identify a trend and have a trading strategy for that trend. So this is a very sketchy space to be an investor in. If you want to be an investor in cryptocurrency, buy Bitcoin. Everything else comes with so much risk. And I'm an ETH head. I'm an Ethereum bull. And I even question the validity of investing heavily and holding through bear markets on Ethereum. So if you're new to crypto, we're getting to that point where there's a potential for a very exuberant run. And with those exuberant runs, there's going to be irrational logic. The irrational logic is going to be just like it was in 2017, just like it was in 2013. All of these cycles are pegged, all of these emotions and fundamental, reasons for why things happen are pegged to human emotion. So nothing has changed because humans are still buying and selling these bananas. So please, have a level head. Join the VIP. Let's take a look at XRP. XRP, again, another one that is showing some really good structure, just not having the market participation that is characteristic of a continuation. So again, we're needing to be very cautious. And Bitcoin is providing relatively good gains right now. So I'm happy to kind of sit in my hands and not jump into an altcoin right away, because of the fact that, my exposure is very bullish, and it's I'm not just sitting in Tether. I'm sitting in something that is appreciating in value. So I can wait a little bit on these setups here. Check one out. So one is, again, same structure. I can remember the one chart off the top of my head. It's had a reaccumulation after decline, but the market participation is incredibly low on Harmony. So you can see here, a nice downtrend. We're flattening out and changing the trajectory of this trend. But look at the market participation. It's just dismal. What this means is there's no hype. There's no trading volume. The order books aren't stacking up. If you want price appreciation, the order book needs to be filled. It needs to be filled with buyers, and it needs to be filled with sellers. So you need to have that volume so that we can get continuation, so that, there's more frequency of decisions being made. The higher the volume, the more the price is being agreed upon. A lot of people think that the price goes up based on the amount of money that goes in. That's not the case. What decides the price is the order book. What one buyer is willing to buy for versus what one seller is willing to sell for. And that's it. So when those orders are being met and filled, it's just a high frequency repricing of the asset. So you do need that volume. You need that interest. You need that urgency to the market. We're ticking to the upside. So, as we continue to climb to the upside, the biggest driver of demand is a price increase. But right now, I think that, a lot of the attention is going to some of the other plays that have higher market caps and higher communities. But structurally speaking, it looks great. We have a channel here. Something, you could probably, if you wanted to be bearish, you could do it like that. Looks like we're breaking out there. So, if we wanted to be bearish, we do have to capture the price action. So maybe something like this. A revisit down here, I don't know. The market is bullish right now, but Harmony needs a little bit more volume to get really excited about. Take a look at DAG. We are past any possible bearish narratives. Bull trap. Well, you're past any possible bearish narratives once you pass the all-time high. So if Bitcoin rules the space, it's not until you can break out the all-time high, test it, and get above it that we can stop thinking about a bear trap. So you're right, But the characteristics of this market right now are not showing me bear trap. We had an accumulation. I think that there will be a shakeout event. I think that there will be, I've been speculating on that for a while. I think there will be some sort of event that kind of looks to the market as though it is a bear trap. But we saw the exact same thing back in 2020 in the summer DeFi boom down here. Let's actually just zoom in right here. We had a distributional event, we had a shakeout, we had an accumulation, we had a rally under the resistance, and then a very large shakeout that scared everybody. We then began to reaccumulate and then break above that resistance and continue on our merry way. So if we're drawing parallels to what happened back here, the sentiment in the market was exactly the same. Everybody thought the market was over back here. The violence of the shakeout in the DeFi sector was incredibly powerful, and it caused a lot of the bearish sentiment that we saw lately in the last shakeout. So I'm drawing a lot of parallels with this analog right now. So if we follow this analog, we got trapped under the resistance in the the bull trap, and we'll have a little bit of a shakeout if this one does play out. If it doesn't though, we'll get above that resistance and we'll get a successful test. So both probabilities are likely. That is the thing about TA. It does not tell you a direction. It allows you to analyze the present and position your portfolio alongside the probabilities. So if we're positioning our portfolio alongside the probabilities, we bought down in this range and we're just holding a break-even stop and hoping that if we do get a bit of a retracement, that our stop loss doesn't get triggered. And if we do break out above and get a continuation, then we are just off to the races, looking really, really good. Okay, DAG, right, got distracted. Hit the like button if you guys do enjoy on-demand charting analysis. DAG USD. So this looks like a shitcoin, just because it's on KuCoin. I don't know anything about DAG, but it's very illiquid and it's on one of the worst exchanges for shitcoins. I realized that getting your hands on illiquid assets can be difficult, especially if you're a US citizen. But I'm not a fan of this chart. It's very low volume. It's just, how do you enter this? This would be a day trade at best. So, we're up at 30 cents. You could become a participant. Just keep your stop close. I would, and even then, this is probably not close enough. If you entered right now, it's still, we're looking at least 10%. For an aggressive trade, that's a bit much. But, when you're in these uptrends, you can become a participant. Keep it simple, let's take a look at the liquidity on this one. DAG. Constellation. Okay, market cap 700 million, 24-hour trading volume $4 million. That is bullshit. I don't mess with that stuff. I really don't. 24-hour trading volume, you need at a minimum 50 million. You need 50 million daily trading volume. Why, you ask? Because you're going to get into a position that you're not going to be able to find a seller for. You're having to overpay to enter, and you're having to severely overpay to exit. It's not liquid. You can't get out of it. I'm really not a fan of this kind of stuff. Let's take a real quick look at what their claim to fame is. Constellation. Good morning. Open source platform that you can create a blockchain, cryptocurrency, or decentralized application. Okay, so it sounds like Polkadot. Deploy your own blockchain networks, mint your own cryptocurrencies, create your own crypto wallets. Yeah, I don't know. It's not something I'm going to get excited about. I am not a venture capitalist. If you do see something in this project, because I'm giving it 2 seconds worth of my time. If you see something in this project, take the venture capitalist approach. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with venture capital, you have a 1 in 100 chance of being right. Statistically speaking, you have a 1 in 100 chance of being right. What that means is your position that you decide to take in this project needs to be 1/100th of your total VC fund. So if you think, if your plan is to put $1,000 into this, what that means is you have $100,000 worth of a VC fund where you're going to put $1,000 into 100 different things. VC's tough. That it's a completely different strategy, but you need to basically buy and then wait for the liquidity to show up. And fundamentally speaking, I think that this is kind of just a hype play. Nice website, but not something I'm particularly interested in. HNT. HNT. Looks like it's breaking past its all-time high. It looks very similar to Solana, actually. So Helium, I believe this is. Helium is an interesting project in that it's kind of got a lot of demand from the miners to mine helium. There's kind of a lottery system with how the mining works. There's a higher likelihood of being the winner of the block reward as opposed to distributing the block reward. So there's a lot of people buying helium miners because the rewards for that kind of lottery style mining is good. But yeah, we're breaking out above all-time high. If you're not already a participant, I would just wait for some sort of a pullback. It's pretty low liquidity. I do like the demand that's coming in on this one, Catherine. It's looking really good. As far as a, illiquid shitcoin goes, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. So this is looking not bad. I am still expecting a market-wide retracement, but you can't expect anything. You have to plan for both sides. That's why I have exposure. I'm expecting a retracement while I hold long positions. So, it's just a matter of managing risk. But yeah, it doesn't look bad. Does not look bad there, Tammy. I think I called you Margaret. VTHO. Who cares? Who cares about VTHO? Just worry about VeChain. VTHO is VeChain gas, if I'm not mistaken. VTHO. Yeah, VeChain. Yeah, VTHOR token. You get it for holding VeChain. I don't know. Who cares? I don't invest in gas tokens. That's my own personal opinion. It's just too much speculation, I think. Just buy VeChain, man. Sushi is about to explode. I tend to agree. I was actually doing a side-by-side on that one between Uni and Sushi. So this one, let's pull up Sushi here. For those who are wondering if these are investments, in my opinion, these are not investments. The notion of a governance token is kind of an interesting one. Because if you've ever used an automated market maker like Uniswap or SushiSwap, you'll know that you at no point need either of those tokens to use the protocol. So there really is no demand for those tokens outside of having the rights to vote on the DAO proposals. These are not companies. If you're new to crypto, please get it through your head that these are not companies. You are not buying shares of stock. I need everybody to just understand that there is a huge fundamental difference between equities and cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are utility tokens. They provide utility to form, to be able to do some sort of task, okay? If the task is kind of a bullshit task, like voting on a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, how much are those tokens really worth? There's a ton of speculation in this space. How much would you pay to have a seat at the table at Uniswap so that you could vote on the direction of the company, on the direction of the DAO? Because that's what Uni is. That's what the Uni token is. How much that's actually worth, I have no idea. But we have, we have setups here. We have speculation that we can draw on. So let's make this, let's do year. And let's get this one on auto for the year. So most of these, I guess long story short, most of these governance tokens, I really don't care about. I don't care about governance. I don't want to vote on the DAO, so I don't care to invest in these tokens. But there's trades here. Now, with Sushi, we broke past our last local high, right? We got a break a test, and a rally. Same thing occurred back here, except it wasn't a break and a test. It was more just a breakout on Uniswap. Uniswap got to the underside of its automatic rally, whereas SushiSwap is beginning to break out beyond its automatic rally. So structurally speaking, it's looking a little bit better. Also, the demand is we're seeing a decline in the demand on Uniswap, whereas we are seeing volume start to trickle in on SushiSwap. So both of these are traded on FTX. If you guys want a simple way to support the channel, sign up for FTX. It's way better than Binance. Yes, it has less coins, but oh my God, it's just such a better user experience. I really, Binance is going to crash when we get to the top for sure. I mean, FTX might too, but I just have such little faith in Binance being able to handle the volume and choosing to do the right thing. I don't think that Binance is going to choose to do the right thing. I think FTX is really trying to be the top dog here. So you either join them now or you join them later. But when you join them, use the link down below, please, and thank you. RSR, another stablecoin project trying to reinvent the world of finance. Yeah, we can take a look at RSR. It's another project I don't give a fuck about, by the way. But, trades are trades. Momentum's momentum. Hype is hype. Know what I'm saying? Okay. Bit of an accumulation. I like the demand. I like the demand coming in here. I like the demand presenting itself. A nice presentation of the demand. Yeah, it looks like it's leaving its back up, my friend. So that's this is a tradable event. Guys, nothing here is financial advice. When I say a tradable event, if you don't know how to manage a stop loss, if you don't know how to calculate a position size, if you don't know how to protect yourself in the event of loss, if you don't know when to cut a losing trade, please get some help. It doesn't have to be from me, but we are trained professionals. We do this literally for a living. This is how trading is. Technical analysis is not about being right. It is not about being right. The most successful traders on the planet today are right 30% of the time. Every time you enter a trade, you have to think to yourself, okay, this has a 70% chance of failing. How am I going to protect myself from that high probability of failure? Why would you get into a trade if you have a 70% chance of failure, you ask? Well, because you're managing your risk in the event that it fails, where the upside potential far outweighs the risk and the loss in the event that you become successful, in the event that you get that 30% correct move. Manage risk. If nothing else that you learn from this channel, know that the TA, these candles, don't mean anything other than the fact that somebody bought and somebody sold. There was an agreement that took place. It is not a predictor of the future. Please learn to manage risk. If not from me, from somebody. God, we're at the part of the market where you need to be vigilant. How long after an IPO lockout event would you be able to reliably start using Wyckoff methods? A, B, and B, for example. I like to see when things kind of flatten out. Sorry, Tepid Luke, RSR, you know what you're doing. You're in the group. I have full confidence in your ability to know exactly what to do with this trade. I like it. It's not bad. How long after IPO lockouts? Let's take a look. A, B, and B. Initial public offering. So Wyckoff, the higher the time frame, the better. Let's go to the stocks. Let's go to Airbnb. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. This is a crypto channel. Just to let you know, this is a crypto channel. I gotta please the audience, but yeah, let's take a look here. Let's see what we're working with. So it's very hard. It's very hard to get a clear answer for you. again, you want to lean on the fact that it doesn't matter if we're wrong because you're protecting risk, right? So I think that, you know, if it were me, I would be sitting and I'd be waiting for just to buy back at this level right here. I would be seeing if we got a retracement, because right now we look pretty flat. You know, we have 2 equal lows and we have 2 equal highs. So, you know, in theory, we're flat. If you can get a retracement back down to the value zone of $130 per share, I think that that would be the best place to take a position. In terms of the Wyckoff method, we need that spring event. It's like phase A and B, they're hindsight analysis. Once you think you have a C, once you think you have a phase C event, now we confirm what the price is doing and what the structure looks like in both A and B. A is going to show us what the trading range looks like. B is going to tell us how likely is it that we have just experienced accumulation. So A and B, do them after you see a C. Right now, I think you could be a buyer down at the 130 share level. If we start breaking above, now we have to reassess and we might have to take a breakout trade. But other than that, you know, if we are in a sideways pattern and institutions are accumulating, why don't you? Not financial advice. Theta. Theta is clunky from what I hear. It's very important for you to kind of get hands-on with stuff and see how easy things are to work. If they don't work, if they don't function well, how much follow-through are you going to expect? How long do you think it's going to take before the FUD of how clunky the ecosystem is affects the price? Best alt to buy right now and hold long-term. There is none. There is no alt to buy right now and hold long-term. If you're talking like years, the bull market's almost done in my opinion. If we follow previous cycles, we got a few months left and that's it. And then we go into a multi-year bear market just based on the facts that we have, which are historical charts. There is no long-term hold in an altcoin right now, in my opinion, in my personal, some random dude on the internet opinion. We're going to follow what we've always followed. And we do, yeah, it's just, there is no long-term hold right now. So Theta, again, another altcoin that looks like it's having a bit of an accumulative structure. The volume's kind of all over the map on this one. So it makes me think that there are institutionals potentially selling this one. But, you know, if the bull market does continue, what does that mean? We could just be reading it wrong. There's charts that are hard to read, like Cardano, incredibly hard chart to read. And that's not me admitting I'm wrong on Cardano fundamentals, guys. Still think it's got a lot of catching up to do. This one's tricky, man. It's tricky. If you don't know what you're doing, you could easily get burned on this one just because it's pretty choppy. It's pretty choppy. I would like to see a break. I would like to see a clean break above this level right here. So if we get a clean break past this high at 830, then I think that we have more of a leg to stand on than that the asset is truly bullish. But right now, it's underneath a resistance. It's showing a lack of demand. You can see that we're just kind of, you know, the volume overall is just going down. That means the interest. Nobody cares. You know, the amount of interest people have in this asset is declining. Cardano going up or down from here. I think for the weekend, we might get a little bit of a dip. I think, you know, we're up against the all-time high resistance right here. It looks like we got smacked down on the daily. That's not a good daily close, but, you know, we're in a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of rally. There's a lot of strength in the order books on Cardano right now. Not financial advice, but, you know, I don't fight with a strong trend. I really don't. Like, I'm not trying to short this or anything like that. We have a strong trend. The highest probability is a continuation of the strong trend. That's the best I can do for you. Yeah, Lone Wolf, sorry I couldn't give you something better there. I just, yeah, Wait for a break above that level. Sun is mining helium. I bought it $9. Well done. Matic's another one. Matic's a crazy chart, man. There is a huge spread on that trading range. Massive spread. It's another one. I like the demand. You know, we have an increase in demand, but we got to break out. We need to break out above this level, you know, until you can get a breakout. If you guys want like the signals and you want to be informed as to when these events occur, join VIP. We have almost 1,000 people now keeping their eye on this market 24/7, 365. We have eyes on this market. Everybody is calling out breakouts, calling out, you know, trade setups, everything like that. If you're struggling to know, or just struggling with the timing or getting confirmation of your own biases, it's best to be in a group environment, because a lot of stuff will, you know, you'll miss a lot of things. FTX is nice, but no Visa card and something like coin settled futures. Yeah, I agree. You know, because they're trying to maintain this kind of innovative yet regulatory compliant environment. There is limitations with the coin settled futures. I wholeheartedly agree with you on that one. Which I can't even believe that I'm saying this right now, is Bybit. Bybit has incredible liquidity for coin settled futures, and their user interface is much better than Binance. I just hate Binance now. I am a Binance hater. Looks like I'm losing my mic, or not my mic, my earbuds. Where's that group located? Links down below, or just go to thecryptojungle.com if you are interested. The first month is $25. Yeah, use the coupon code WELCOME at checkout, and you get 50% off your first month. Come on, give me my music back. My mic is working. Okay, good. We're good. I don't know. Whatever. I guess I don't need the music. Okay. Avalanche. Avalanche is rallying pretty hard, my friend. If you're not already in, you're not in a position to be buying. You're in a position to be selling on Avalanche. But let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah, Avalanche. Yeah, Bybit does that. They actually started on coin settled futures. Oh, but we were talking about Matic. No, yeah, we just need to break above $1.62 basically for Matic. Why? Come on, give me some music. There's a little bit of music, but now I'll have a delay. Come on, work for me here. Doesn't this make for good, entertaining streams, eh? Okay. Yeah, Avalanche. So, you gotta really get out of the whole flavor of the month thing. Like, I don't know what you know about Avalanche. I don't know. It's about to have a blow off top. This is very unnatural. So there's a frenzy in buying occurring because of all the staking that's going to be available with Avalanche. So I hold a small position on Avalanche. Basically just a utility position so that I can interact with the platform. That position's not too shabby right now. It's not a long-term hodl for me, but incredible recovery in Avalanche here. So where does it slow down? Where can we look for entry? Honestly, like it's very tough to get a safe entry at these levels. When things are mooning, guys, they can move. You have a 70% chance of the point at which you enter, it crashes. crashes. So, you know, it's moving incredibly fast. It's moving incredibly fast. This is not something that I would feel comfortable buying. No. It's just, it's doing its thing. You just got to let things kind of go sometimes. You really have to just let it go. Best alts to hold right now and buy for this cycle, I think the higher liquidity alts. As the bull market continues, the scammers get worse and worse. And, you know, the last thing you want is to arrive at a market cycle peak and realize that you bought a coin that is part of an exploit. You bought an illiquid asset that had a hack, or you bought this that had, you know, their liquidity pulled. You had a rug pull. Stick to the winners, honestly, because in the event that we break the all-time high, I am going to assume that we are going to go for our blow off top, our market cycle conclusion. And you could just hold Bitcoin and be happy in that environment, honestly. Don't be greedy. The greed, don't be greedy. Don't try and find some like hidden gem, some illiquid bullshit, some new fancy project that's claiming to solve every single problem in crypto. Be careful with the hype. Manage risk. If you're gonna play one of those plays, if you're gonna take that really hyped position, that's okay. Just not all in, man. Not all in. This is the most important portion of the bull market. It is the most important, and it is the time where you need to be highly vigilant. You need to be very careful at this point. Otherwise, if you make one mistake and you lose your gains at the top, you lose your gains at the top, and the next thing you know, you're halfway through the bear cycle. So please, stick to the winners. I would honestly, like Ethereum. You want to know the best altcoin? It's Ethereum. Oh, but you said outside of Ethereum and Cardano? I don't know, let's take a look. BNB comes to mind. Stick to the liquid stuff. Honestly, for the last leg of the bull run, Dogecoin will do well. Everything at the end, everything goes up. Everything goes up. You know, you can't pick a loser. So because you can't pick a loser, don't go trying to dig up bullshit. Don't. I'm telling you, this is the most important part of the bull market. You need to be focused. You need to be realistic. You know, Bitcoin has the potential of doing a 4x. So if you can't be happy with 400% and you want more, you know, try and get a 10x, but you know, don't be too greedy. What do I think about Atom? I don't know. Let's take a look at the chart. But let's see if somebody else made a request. EWT. We'll take a quick look at EWT. Avalanche looks like it's going to go for a breakout. You know, if you know what you're doing, there's a trade there, but it's very high frequency. That's a day trade. Doge, oh, sorry. To answer your question, Slam Freak Poetry, where's the group located? I mentioned that. And is Doge just bullshit? Yes and no. There are no fundamentals to Doge. There's nothing that Doge offers the world that is benefiting the world. You know, blockchain is going to solve a lot of problems that the world has, and Doge isn't going to solve any of those problems. However, people are buying Doge. People are using Doge. People are transacting in Doge. So if there is a community that assigns that coin value, and every single thing in this world has value if somebody's willing to pay for it. So yes and no would be my answer. I think that there's much more interesting projects than Doge and much more profound projects that are going to really change the world. And Doge is not one of those projects, but people are buying it. Already in Avalanche looking for an exit. So Johnny P, I don't know if you're in the group or not, but if you are and you're hooked up with the alphanumerics indicator, exit on the 4-hour bearish cross. Do you have a basic top 5? That would be awesome. It really does, you know, right now I'm very careful. So the top 5 are the highest, like they're the top 5 cryptos that aren't stable coins. That's the top 5. Free Diz, late again. Go wait in the hall. Who would you say are those winners? Just pick 10. Three will make you money, and one will make you a lot of money. Not financial advice, please. What do I think of Adam? Adam is what I was looking for. Adam is the name. Where people go wrong is they try to catch up and become a millionaire this cycle. You are not going to, like, if you're starting out now with kind of a typical retail portfolio of anywhere from $2,500 to $50,000, you're not going to become a millionaire. So just, enjoy the ride, learn how to trade, learn what makes crypto valuable, and understand that human emotions are cyclical, and there will be a euphoric event that will be concluded with a bear market. I don't know how long the bear market will be, but stick around, because you can make money in a bull market, but you get fucking rich in a bear market. You have to be around in the bear market, and you have to have funds ready to deploy. Adam, looking good. Looking good. We got a breakout. Nice candle, nice volume. What does Adam do? I think it's a cross chain. It's a layer 2, is it not? Or is it something like Polkadot, where interoperability between the chains, I believe, with its atomic swaps, if I'm not mistaken. Very important, especially if they're integrating with the Bitcoin network. We're going to see a lot of pretty cool, innovative things coming down the pipe, especially with the advancements of Lightning. The Lightning network is going to be able to integrate with a lot of layer 2s. The layer 2 infrastructure is just going to be off the walls, bonkers by next cycle. But yeah, we got a breakout. I would like to see a retest. Personally, if it were me, I would like to buy a retest in this area before. And if you miss the retest, or if the retest goes back down further and you miss the bottom, your last chance to make entry would be a break of the high. All right, what time is it? It's time for me to get out of here. It is time for me to get out of here. AXS, is it mooning? Let's take a look at honestly, my favorite crypto project. And that's not just because I'm making a lot of money in the Axie Infinity ecosystem. It's because I'm so excited with the business model of how this game works and how you can monetize another player's gameplay. Not just make money playing a game. That's one thing. That's cool. But the fact that I can give assets to players. I have 40 people playing this game for me. 40 people playing this game for me. I'm providing an income for them. They're providing an income for me. That's a business. That's the difference. That's the biggest difference between all of the gaming tokens right now. All of the other games, you can play the game and you can earn a crypto. Cool. Okay? Axie Infinity is creating the environment where businesses can be built. But we're getting overheated, and I'm kind of getting a little worried with where we're headed. Is XLM still leading XRP? Gemini Viking? I believe so. But I have got to get out of here. I got to get into the virtual classroom. Gemini Viking, I believe you are also in VIP, so we can touch on that in the virtual classroom. For those who don't know, I do virtual classrooms 3 days a week. Immediately after the free session, the live session, we do cover more in-depth analysis and strategy, entries, exit plans, different strategies that you can employ so that you have the ability to not only spot the trades, but know what to do when you're in it. So if you are interested, join the links down below, or go to thecryptojungle.com and sign up with the coupon code WELCOME to get 50% off your first month. That is all the time I have for today. If you all enjoyed this content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if there are any projects that you would like me to take a look at, leave them in the comments section down below. And until next time, please trade safe. It is jungle out there. Peace.